What's going on, everybody? Nicholas Ayers with Made You Look Video Marketing. We are on day number 5. It's been a whole week for Social Media Week, and I'm really excited. I feel like I might have saved the worst for last. We have on today a longtime good friend of mine, Mr. Richard Rick Dugmore. Now, to give a little bit of context, Rick and I like to have a lot of fun on social media together. We try to outdo one another when it comes to how outrageous we can be with one another online and in public, just as a means of shock value. But I am really, what does not get enough credit is that Rick is a very smart, and it pains me to say this, he is very smart, very intelligent when it comes to the area of SEO, positioning, how to put your business in a place to where Google likes you, from its content to its videos. And he works with businesses all across the country. He has a couple particular niches that he could talk about more in detail. But Rick is the man when it comes to getting your business up on top of Google's page. I heard a joke one time, and I'll say it here, and I think what this will resonate with how Rick can help, is that the best place to hide a dead body is on the second page of Google. Mm-hmm. And Rick, what he does is he helps businesses get to the first page of Google. So if you're looking to hide a dead body, don't work with Rick. But if you're looking to get your brand and your company more visibility, then he is the one to talk to. Rick, how's it going, man?
It's going well, Nick. Nice to be on here, and I'm honored to
He told me he was nervous. He told me he was nervous. He does not typically do this. He is a mad scientist who likes to stay in his dungeon and put together films. So this is a little different for him, so bear with him, as I'm sure this beginning part is going to be very brutal, very, very difficult for him. It's just going to be god-awful. So I'm going to do my best to carry him a little bit. Anyways, Rick, give us a little bit of context. Tell us a little bit more. What did I miss? Give us a little bit about who you are, just to start us off.
Okay, well, I've been doing SEO for about a little over 3 years now, and I mainly work with dentists. May move into the insurance niche and help people out there. Like I said, just work with dentists around the country and just help them get more visibility in the search engines, primarily Google. And from my efforts with my clients, we've been able to generate millions of extra dollars in revenue for each office, and to the point where they would have to hire extra dentists and staff just because of my efforts, and canceling all other forms of advertising as far as like radio or print. Some chose to do that, but again, I work with dentists around the country, and I just help them get seen online. Basically, more visitors to the website turn into conversions, and we help those people convert into patients and new customers. And I just drive new leads and traffic to my clients. That's pretty much what I do.
So basically, it's not a matter of you're not helping them actually sell the prospect, but what you're doing is you're helping them get the prospect to actually see who they are.
Yeah, I do that through ranking, and then once they're ranked, then we do it through conversion rate optimization. The website will need to be set up properly in order to convert somebody into a patient. So I do that as well on the back end, but because there's no point in ranking a website or a video if you can't convert them. So I work on that on the back end as well. So I do with the online portion of it, but the front office is ultimately in charge of pretty much, converting that client once they get on the phone.
So if somebody's watching this, regardless if they're a dentist or not, if they're a real estate agent, a loan officer, an insurance agent, pest control, if they're doing e-commerce or a product, something tangible or intangible, would you be able to, just for qualification standpoint, would you be able to assist them? Because I would assume the tips and the tools are the same. It's just a matter of what needs to be implemented and executed. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I've helped people from restaurants. I have a list of different niches that I work with, primarily, like I said, dentists. But yeah, I've worked with people like pest control, actually, firearms instructors, restaurants, dentists. I worked with home remodeling sites for leads.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. So various type of businesses.
So basically, you know what you're doing. So
a little bit, yeah, tiny bit.
Well, people are actually tuning in for the content here, not for the self-promotion, Rick. So
okay.
Knock it off.
All right,
I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Real basic softball for you. We are a video group. We deal with video marketing. We deal with teaching people how to use video to get in front of their ideal customer. Yep. So I'm John, business owner. I'm Jane, business owner. Susie, the salesperson, whoever. I make a video I upload it to YouTube.
Mm.
How do I get that video to be seen by the masses?
You have to give Google what Google wants, and there's a lot of different things involved with that. But you would basically use every aspect of the YouTube channel and optimize it and set it up properly in order to get that video seen. So it starts from the creation of the YouTube channel to setting up the optimization of the settings, making sure you're using proper tags, titles, and descriptions.
I'm gonna hit pause here because I told him before and he mentioned, he said he will have a tendency to get really deep on things. So I want to make sure that this is fully understood by people. You say optimize the channel. Give me an example of that.
Okay, so when you start a channel, I have some notes here to the side. Basically, you want to, as simple as it sounds, you want to make sure that when you first start your channel, you set up your business channel that's separated from your personal channel, because there's different optimization features that you can use within YouTube if you set it up as a business. Once you set up your business channel, then you want to set up things like your cover art, your logo, or your profile pictures. As simple as that sounds, a lot of businesses don't do cover art, and it really makes sense, and you want to utilize those things because Google thinks that you're basically offering value, and you're taking your channel a little more serious than your competitors.
It's legitimacy.
Yeah, and so you want to make sure you have all the right dimensions. Things like status features like monetization, setting up your live events, verifying your phone number, your upload defaults. You can put together like tags. Let's say you're a local insurance agency and you want certain tags on every video. In your upload defaults, you could put your zip codes, your city name, your brand name, even your competitors' names that you want to kind of siphon authority from, your keywords and your county. So you can put those as your upload default tags. You can do things like link your AdWords account. You can do keywords for your channel. That's in the backend settings. You can do you can set up Google Analytics. So a lot of people set up Google Analytics with their websites. You can also set it up for your YouTube channel and put your analytics ID code in your YouTube channel and view analytics there. So we're going to utilize every option that YouTube gives us because it's important to them to have it there. So we want to make sure we use them.
If they ask for it, it's important, right?
Yeah, exactly. You want to fill out your description 100% completely. Use up all the space they give you. Social links, your website link needs to be in there. Maybe a link to your Facebook page, your LinkedIn, whatever you have. You want to put all your social links inside your YouTube channel. You want to do all the things that they give you on the setup first before you upload your video.
Okay.
So there's a ton of things you can do. It's inside the Creator Studio, and you go into channel settings pretty much, and you go in there and and you use in your branding. You can do you can put a watermark on your videos, on all your videos, like your logo,
which will be on this video when it's seen.
Yeah, so you want to use all those features that YouTube gives you. That's the first thing you want to do. Set up a business channel, then optimize all your features and use them.
Okay. And after that, how else do I get people to actually see my stuff?
Okay, so once you create your video, you want to pretty much have a content map laid out. So if you're a local insurance agency, for an example, you have local services that you offer. So auto insurance in a city, zip code, maybe a county, maybe a state, homeowners insurance. So what you want to do is you want to have these videos created. So let's say you create a video for auto insurance. You want to pretty much set your YouTube channel up, and it's kind of hard to explain it without a diagram maybe in front of me or a shared screen, but you want to pretty much have your top level categories created to sell your service. So auto, home, motorcycle, whatever kind of insurance you're selling, top level categories. You want to optimize those files in your computer. So like you can go on your computer on a Windows, you would right click on it, and you would optimize your EXIF data. You could drop in geo coordinates to optimize it for your location. You can optimize name, address, phone number inside the file settings. Authorship, you could put a link to your Google Map in there. So you want to optimize your files for your videos, and then once you're done with that, these are your sales videos. So you have your auto home insurance videos, pop them into YouTube, and then you create supporting content for those videos. So you would then I like to use a site called answerthepublic.com, and you could put together you could type in a keyword like auto insurance, and it will show you exactly what people are searching for as far as questions regarding auto insurance. It'll give you like 100 results. Then you could create your supporting videos for that main video. So what you would do is you create a video that you want to rank, so auto insurance, create 5 to 10 supporting videos on topics people are asking about. In the description of those supporting videos, link back up to your auto insurance video that you want to rank and sell your services from. So you want to create, valuable information that's pretty much free info to set you up as an expert.
So
that links over to this.
just like, if I write a blog article on my website
Yeah,
and I want to internally link that content on my website,
yeah,
the same principle applies on a YouTube channel
same
with
thing. Yeah, a YouTube channel is like a website. There's internal links. You have your homepage, you have your playlist links, and then from the playlist, you have internal videos from this playlist. So basically, each playlist will be a different service. So a homeowner's insurance playlist, auto insurance playlist, and then from there, you would put you would upload your main service video that you want to sell your service from, and that will be your top level video within that playlist. And inside that playlist, you give value. You can map out your content and just offer value, and then link back up to the sales video, because that's what you want to rank in the local area. And all these links are telling YouTube that that video is important. So that one video that's getting all these links from your supporting videos, that's important, and it's all related in a playlist which is themed out to auto insurance.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would use a local video to rank, but I would use supporting content that answers real questions to link to that video to get that to rank in a
Gotcha.
nutshell. Yeah.
Gotcha. Anything else that people need to do? Again, I make a video. It's my first video, right?
Yeah.
I'm super excited because I think this is the failure that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And why I always tell people, viral. And it's more for headline, but I tell people, viral is a myth.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you are a cat video or a video from United Airlines where someone's getting punched in the face, like your video isn't going viral.
Yeah.
And so what happens is people make content, and then it's like their first content, they're stoked, and then like 2 people watch it, and then they get bummed, right? And they're like, "Oh, this sucks. I'm not doing this again."
Yeah.
But it could just be just big doors swing on little hinges, little things that they could tweak.
Yeah.
What else? Making their first video. What else besides optimization, besides linking? How else can people get their content seen by more of their target audience?
Well, I primarily work with SEO. So people that are searching for your services, they're already warmed up to the idea. So being viral is not necessary if people are searching for you, and you're going to get more of those people that are searching to convert because they're warmed up to the idea. They clicked on your video. You're the expert now. So they automatically assume that you're the guy that knows what they're doing. So they're already pretty much warmed up to the idea. So what I would do is, I would have your website set up, as a partner to your YouTube channel. So your blog, for example, your website's going to offer more value. It's going to pretty much seal the deal for a lot of people. They're going to see your video, then they're going to go to your website. Again, you don't have to really be viral in a local area. You just got to get your video in front of people that are searching. Right. So let's say, for example, you have an auto insurance video that's ranking that people are looking at. Well, you should have a corresponding blog post with that video embedded on that blog post. So an associated website. So we go back to the optimization options that YouTube gives you in the settings. You can actually put in the associated website in the not just the link inside your banner, but actually in the settings, there's an associated website box. Put your website there. On your website, embed your videos and write about what you just talked about. Maybe transcribe the video into a blog post and embed it. So what I do is I just pretty much link to the other videos in the playlist that's important from that video. Plus, I will link over to the blog post to kind of seal the deal, convert these people more. So as far as viral, I don't really work on making things viral. I just make things be seen, and then
it's what I tell people is I think people make content with the hope that it goes viral. Mm-hmm. But
exactly. I just think that as long as you're in front of your search, your search audience, you're good. And then make sure you have places you can send them. So for example, you can send them to the blog post that's featuring that video. That's huge. As far as SEO, as far as ranking, that's huge because you want something associated with that video. You just don't want a YouTube channel that's floating around out there by itself. You want something that's associated, it's like a companion. So each video gets its own blog post companion with the link going to the blog post. And then on another note, in your website, the same thing applies. You have your category, your blog post categories, the same way as you set up your playlist, and everything matches side by side. So you have your blog post categories, you have your playlist, auto insurance, and then your sales videos, and then on your YouTube channel and your blog, you have your supporting content.
And the whole purpose of that is the less you confuse the two platforms, the easier, right? I mean, these are not, while they're probably getting more intuitive, and Google is going to make things more intuitive. The less confusion you can bring to the situation by having things not matching or not connected, the better, right?
Yeah, and you're going to build a ton of topical relevance and local relevance if you have a matching blog post. And then once they get to the blog post, you're able to convert them a lot easier, because now they're on your website. That's your asset. You could target them differently later on with ads. I know you could do it with YouTube as well, but you have a lot of different things you can hit on with your website because that's yours. You can customize it the way you want. You can funnel them into another page if you want. You can put them to your sales page. So there's a lot of things you can do once they get to your website. So I would always have a corresponding actual, not just a website, but a blog article for each video,
Mhm.
and have the categories in the blog set up like a playlist.
How important is a video's headline to its ranking?
It's huge. So what I do for headlines for videos, first of all, before we upload the video, the actual video file itself, you want to rename it. You want to rename the file. Put your keyword in there. The first word needs to be your keyword that you want people to search for your video and find you. And then what I do is I always put like the brand name, and I put the zip code. And then what I do is I end up put the city. So then I upload it to YouTube. And then YouTube, what I do with the title, put the keyword first, so keyword and then city, right? Keyword city. I put your brand name. Always put your brand name in there. And then I even put the zip code sometimes. Or I'll put, instead of the zip code, I'll put the phone number. So I get some local either phone number relevance or zip code and the title. So keyword, city, brand, zip, or phone number. And then the first two lines of the description, I always make sure that, because if you rank a video in Google, let's say your YouTube video shows up in the Google search results, you get 2 lines. So your first 2 lines in your description needs to be your sales copy. So it needs to be the website URL you want to send them to sign up or to request an appointment or whatever you want to do, or send them to your blog post. And it needs to have your phone number there so they can see it in the search results. So they don't have to click on it. Yeah, we want them to click, but they can see the number right there in the search results in the first 2 lines, as well as the link to the website or the sales page.
And so when people are thinking, how is there a recipe, or is it just a long game success? I mean, how quickly can somebody reasonably have content start to rank for really competitive niches like insurance
Yeah,
or
yeah,
real estate? How these are very competitive
yeah,
niches, right? I mean, everybody's throwing dollars
yeah,
in this auction, so to speak.
yeah,
So what advantages or what things can I do to help kind of, I don't want to say hack the system, but to
yeah,
improve my situation?
yeah. What I do is, number one, the first thing I do with every YouTube channel that I have, obviously you have to have the associated website. And then I would have what's called the syndication network. So I go to a website called noam.com.
What's it called?
Noam, it's KNOW, so no,
Yeah,
EM, so noam.com.
noam.com.
And what happens is you type in your brand name there. I do this for a few reasons. Number one, reputation management. You don't want anybody starting accounts with your name on it. You want to own everything you can so that they don't slander you or make you look bad if somebody's searching for your name. So I go there and I start all these social media accounts and I make sure that I claim them. And then what I do is I set up an account with ifttt.com. And when I upload a YouTube channel to
Which is if this, then that.
yeah. And so what that is, that's a tool that just, it sets up triggers. So you have an action here, then it triggers a response. So what happens
Similar,
is,
if you're familiar with like Zapier, very similar.
yeah, similar to that. Yeah, it's a free platform. So when you upload a video to your channel, we agree that we should post natively to Facebook, your videos, but everything else, like you should, set up like a Twitter account, a Tumblr, WordPress.com, Weebly, a Medium account, a Digo account, like bookmarking sites, Pinterest, all these different accounts you can set up under your business name. But what I do personally is when I post a video to YouTube or upload a video to YouTube, it automatically syndicates out to all these branded channels. And all these branded channels have links back to my YouTube page and also to my website. And it just gives me more authority than my competitor. Like my competitor's not doing that. They're not syndicating their video to like 30 properties that they own that's branded under one name.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of these properties has a link back to the website, link back to the YouTube channel, maybe even, and then also an embed from the video. So you get all these signals from all these branded associated social accounts. And your competitors aren't doing that because it takes too much time. Plus, they don't even know how to automate that process, So you're going to get the advantage right there, And then what I do is I also do a little bit of brand jacking a little bit. I do things with the tags to make my video come up in the next recommended video. So let's say you're watching a viral video that's people are watching like crazy. Well, find your viral video in the local area or even a national area. Then you can manipulate your tags and your optimization on the video itself when you upload it to like kind of be the next recommended video so you can siphon some of those views.
So when you're watching, your Alex Jones and you're watching your your Donald Trump videos, which you
Yeah.
love.
No,
Uh,
I don't
you
watch them.
you when you're watching your Alex Jones videos, then you can have somebody else. You can have your brand pop up in the next video.
Well, it's possible. There's a lot of work that goes into it, but it's possible to kind of siphon some of those views to your video, especially in a local area. Especially if you're working locally, you can siphon so much of your local competition, their traffic to your videos, because it's super easy on a local level. There's not a lot of competition, and so things like putting your competitor's video title as a tag. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to kind of siphon some of that stuff. So
Sure.
yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. I recommend press releases. So, for example, let's say you have a new service or you want to announce something new that you're doing, maybe an event, or maybe just a new video you want to put out. You can put out a press release with that video embed on different news sites, and pretty much have your video out there, and your competitors aren't doing that as well. So there's a lot of things you can do to optimize your channel. I think over time you build authority with your channel, and this stuff starts to take place. It won't happen right away, but over time your channel's gonna be like a powerhouse over time, especially with the themed content, with the playlist like that, and the interlinking. Nobody else does that, and so you're pretty much letting Google know, like, hey, my channel's set up properly, compared to my competitors. Everything's themed out, everything is siloed, if you will, separated, all my content separated and interlinked properly. That alone is going to give you the advantage, especially with your descriptions and your titles being optimized properly. It's going to give you the advantage, So
How big, or what is the benefit? And this is, again, I'm hopefully I'm giving you softballs here, so don't strike out. I feel like you've been swinging and missing here this whole interview. So, really disappointed in you.
that's
Uh,
okay.
no, so I put a video on my website, right? I put it on
Okay.
a blog post. What are some of the other real benefits that does for my website by using video in conjunction with my blog post? How does that
Well,
help? How does that help? How does that help my SEO? How does that help my ranking in general for my blog post?
well, you're using, you're using Google properties on your website. You're utilizing these things. You want search, you want people to come to your website. People are searching on Google, so you want to use every Google property that you can use. So when you tie those things together, you're obviously just, pumping up your blog. You're pumping up your website. You're utilizing properties that Google owns on your website. And then when you create a sitemap, you can get a video sitemap plugin installed on your website, and then make sure you have a video sitemap also on your website if you're going to be doing a lot of video embeds. But yeah, that stuff is just powerful because you're using what Google loves, which is itself, and they own YouTube. So
Yeah, but I mean things like page time on page or some of those
yeah,
other variables. I mean, if I
yeah,
put
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
I put,
There's
I put a
yeah,
4 to 5 minute video on my site and it's something that
yeah,
people actually watch, it's
yeah,
relevant. If
yeah.
I get that kind of people jump into that page and staying on there for a long time, does that help? Does that tell Google,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
this is important content here? People are staying on this site.
Yeah, outside of all the properties that you should be using as far as YouTube on your website, yeah, the dwell time on your page is important because the video is important because people stay longer, like you said. And then
Mhm.
transcribe the video, put it in content too, and break it up with headers. So sometimes people don't want to watch a video; they rather just kind of scroll through. So you give them the best of both worlds. I mean, you want to have them be able to scan the page and see what's going on there. Maybe have a table of content on your page. But
Does
the
it help?
videos that you
Does it
want,
help when you put the video as far as above the fold or like below? Does that matter at
I
all?
would put it above the fold. Yeah, I'll keep them on the video. Just put it above the fold. Just let them see it right away. Yeah,
And that's just purely just a strategy just to keep people on the page.
I would. You can even start off with a little introduction sentence with your keywords. With kind of like a local or whatever you're trying to do. With your video, whatever you're trying to rank for, whatever you're trying to get visibility from. Yeah, maybe start off with a little introduction video, sentence, or maybe 3 or 4 sentences, and then pop your video right under that. I've heard that it's not good to place images and videos right away. Maybe do a little introduction sentence, and then have your video kind of like hanging off the fold a little bit. People have to scroll down and see it just a tiny bit.
Gotcha. And the reason is that it's just another way for it to. Is that just Google doesn't want people trying to get over on it,
Yeah,
or
yeah. I'm not sure exactly, but I just I hear a lot of stories, and with myself, I always include a little bit of text before the video or an image, just because you want that keyword relevancy in the article right away. You want Google to read that this is the first thing you're talking about.
right? And they
So
have to have that. That makes sense. Like when I write blog posts, it'll tell me, you know. I use Yoast, right?
yeah,
SEO, and it'll tell me how to optimize it. It'll say you need to have your keyword in the first paragraph or the first portion. I think
yeah,
I guess that's probably
yeah. You want it
thing.
to be the first thing that Google sees, and then your iframe, which will be your video embed. Yeah, so that's important too.
Gotcha. So, are there any other tips or strategies that we can use to get ourselves ranked
Uh,
faster, quicker,
well,
better,
let's
higher?
see. There's a lot of advanced SEO strategies you can use that we can't go over in this video, obviously, because there's a lot of things going on.
Well, then let's let that be the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Let's let that be the cliffhanger. Rick, tell me really quick, if I'm watching this and I just heard that line and I'm thinking, man, there are other things I need to be doing. I found some value in this. How can people connect with you? How can they learn more if they're interested in working with you? How can they make that happen, or how can they find out more?
All you gotta do is connect with me here on Facebook. Um, you know, I, I don't really have a huge online as far as social media presence or even a website where people can connect with me just yet. I just kind of work for my clients, and it's all word of mouth for me right now. So for the last 3 years, I've really just focused on my clients and I'm trying to build up my own brand. But you can connect with me here on Facebook. Just hit me up, add me as a friend, or just message me here, and I'll go ahead and chat with you.
Yeah, and I'll tag them here when we post this video. Look for the post in the group. Shoot them a friend request. Well, I don't know if they want to shoot you a friend request. I mean, you post some pretty oddball stuff. So.
Well, I'll put them in a category, and then I'll exclude them from my political posts.
That's smart.
Yeah.
No, but so if they want to connect with you, if they want to learn how to take their businesses to a new level with their SEO, with their website, with their YouTube channel, you are a good fit, a good resource to help give them some education. Now, it's not free. The advanced strategies will cost you if you're watching this, but they should cost you.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Rick, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. We kept it, light and tight. I think we were about 30 minutes. I think that's perfect. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for contributing to the community.
You're welcome.
This has been Social Media Week, day number 5. This is the conclusion of our week, and we ended on a bang by having one of my good friends, Richard Cornelius
Well,
Dugmore,
thank you for having me.
from the Roseville, Sacramento metropolitan area. Rick, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.